Y'all are going to hear him because he has the zoomies right now, and he is doing the most. You hear him? I know y'all hear him. You're going to say you don't. Stop. Come here, Milo. Milo, come here. I know y'all going to hear him. I know y'all going to say you don't hear him. Get back. Stop. Get back. Get back. Come here, Milo. Welcome to 2026.
Baby, come here. Why are you acting? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Baby.
Welcome to 2026. Okay? Okay? Welcome to 2020. This is how we start the year with the what? Bang. Okay? Okay? Eve. Change it to devil and we're going to be good. Okay? This is not right. This is not. Get back.
Why can't he come?
Because he's trying to jump on me. Get back.
Why can't he jump?
Get back. You hold him and let him jump on you.
Come here, baby. Milo, come here. Baby, come here. Come here, Milo. Milo.
Get back. Let him jump on you.
Come here, Milo. Jump on me.
Get back. Get him. Let him say hi. You hold him and let him say hi. He's doing too much.
Baby is just excited about the new year. Baby, why are you so excited? You need to calm down.
This is wrong.
Baby has the zoomies.
Get back. Sit. He's going to have to go on a leash. Sit. Anna. He's going to have to go on a leash.
Sit. Why are you acting like this?
He has the zoomies.
You're just a little
And
excited.
for no reason. That's what's wrong. Tripod wouldn't work. I was having tripod issues. Hey, Marta. Hey, Mary and Jesse and Mary D and Kai. Eve, change your word. Your word is already off to a bad start, okay? It's already off to a bad start, okay? Okay?
Close your mouth.
He can't even put his tongue in because he's probably out of breath. He's probably out of breath.
You're so tired.
Y'all ready to get started? Listen, if this is the start of 2026, just do over because what are we doing? Anyway, this is the goal. This is what I'm trying. Morgan, cut this off of me. We went skating, not skating, we went bowling last night. I'm still wearing the thing. To get help finding your word for the year. My goal is to help you. Hopefully I can if I'm not attacked by an animal. Get back and stop. Get his collar from downstairs. He don't have to go on the leash because I'm not going to have him jumping on me the whole time. All right. But hey, y'all, I have an agenda that's already under the video. And I don't know if y'all really want to use a note-taking document or if you want to just take notes in your journal. Either way, you're going to need, yeah, I do have an awkward look because it's doing the what most, baby. Okay. I don't know if you want to take notes in your journal or if you want to use a basic document. What are y'all leaning towards? Like just to take notes, because I will suggest writing some things down, I will suggest writing some things down. Hey, authentically me, I love that. Hey, Cynthia, stop. I don't know if that one is good enough because it's too big. I'm talking about the one that's a harness. Hey, from Arkansas.
Baby.
Okay, thank you. All right. So, and when I'm saying your journal, I mean like just using like basic notebook paper. Hey, Beth. Hey, everybody. Thank y'all so much for being here. So now under the video, like I said, there is an agenda. I did already pin a comment that lets you know this is live. This is a live conversation. This is not a recorded presentation, depending on when you're watching this. If you're watching this at 2:50 p.m. Saturday, January 3rd, we're live. Okay. If you are watching at any time later, then you're probably watching the replay, and the replay is appreciated. When you're watching, thank you, Carrie. When you're watching the replay, make sure you still like the video, and if you don't mind, if you haven't used all your hypes, hype the video. I'm biased. I'll call you out, but hey, happy birthday, Tammy. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Not to you. Okay. Hey, Lisa B and Jesse and little Kiki and LaQuisha and Keisha and Latasha and Eve and Carrie and Smother. So I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. SMATHETOLES 2271. Beth, Chandrea, Keisha R, Chris, authentically me. I say hi to you, Cynthia, Alicia, Marta, Donzel, Sipping Crafts, Missy B, Katrina's Creations Lab, Cynthia Felder, Nicole, Kai, Andrea. I don't know if it's Andrea. I always get that one mixed up. So always anyway, I just mess up. Hey, Deidre. Hey, everybody. Thank y'all so much for being here. Sharon Jordan. If I missed your name, please, it's not intentional. It is, hey, Jess, definitely not intentional. I can't see everyone. If you ask a question and I miss your question, please ask your question again. Okay, it's definitely not intentional. All right, so like I said, we are live. My goal today is to help you to find a word that fits your lifestyle. But I do want to like slow down and take some time to help you really understand what a word of the year is and what is not, because I think there is some confusion about that, and I want to be clear about it. I see people like, oh, I know my word already is, I saw somebody else do theirs, and that is definitely not that. I want to be very, very clear, okay, about that. All right, so what a focus word is, and I took some notes and I want to make sure it's basically, and I'm telling you how I use mine, and this is not an official definition, but it's my definition. It is a guide. It is a guide for how you want to live over the next 360, however many days we have left, right? 361, I think, 362 days. It is something that you want to, an area that you want to improve in. It's an area that you want to keep at the forefront of your mind. And it's all really centered around really one word. That's why it's called one word. What it is not, it's not a goal. It's not a goal. It's not a resolution. Sometimes you see people who make New Year's resolutions. They might say, oh, my New Year's resolution is I want to lose 20 pounds. That is not a word of the year because that's something different. Now, you could still have a New Year's resolution and a focus word, right? You could say, I want to, I don't know, go hiking twice this year, or I want to take 2 trips. Those are goals. That's not a word. That's not something that's centered on a word that will improve your life. It's not a trend. It's not something that you do because you saw somebody else do it. It's not something that's based on some type of performance. It's not any of those things. Okay. Yeah. So she's one that I watch. Keisha, there's another lady that I watch too. And as you start to do those searches, you'll find others that kind of speak to you. I want to talk about the don'ts. And this is where I really want you to like take out your notes or take out your journals. Watch my drink. I want you to take out your notepad and write these down. I didn't list them here, but I was on the treadmill this morning and I was thinking about don'ts and I made notes in my phone. And I want you to know what they are. But I want to give you good practical examples also. And Missy B, I would not say you failed. I would not use that word. I wouldn't say failed. You might say you weren't as successful as you wanted to be, or you didn't reach, the point where you wanted to. But failed, you learned something, so you didn't fail. Okay, I would not say you failed. Here are some of my don'ts. Number one, don't just copy somebody else's word, right? Don't look at somebody who you like or somebody who you love and just think, you know what? That's their word. I want that to be my word too. Your word is not based on somebody else. Your word is unique and specific to you. Okay, so number one, don't just copy somebody else's word. Number two, don't pick a word without reflecting on it. And I want to show you how I reflect on mine and how I came to mine. I want to show you how I came up with mine last year and how I came up with mine this year. Somebody asked me to do this and I was like, nobody will care to see that. But I'm like, maybe somebody will. So that's the reason why I'm doing this today. Number three, don't let somebody else choose your word, right? Don't let somebody look at you and say, you know what? You need to focus on prayer. They don't get to do that, right? They're not living your life. You are, right? So nobody should be choosing your word. Let's say you're in a group at work or at church or any other social setting, and somebody says, our word for the year should be this. You can have a word that you use with that group that y'all are focused on collectively, but that would not be your personal word. Let me say that part again. Right? Let me say that part again. Let's say, like me, I'm in a book club, right? Let's say in our book club, we want to have a focus word together. And our word is, well, you can say you want to focus on prayer, Eve, but nobody else should be telling you what you need to focus on. You have to come to that on your own. Hey, Dimps, okay? Don't ask Chat GPT to tell you your word, okay? You Let's say, like I said, I'm in a book club, right? And let's say as a group collectively, we might be thinking we want to focus on being more consistent. Then as a group, we can work on being more consistent, but that's really not a word. It's really our goal. And to be more consistent, we might say, we're going to keep our deadlines. We're going to, we schedule this date. We're going to come together on this date. But that's not really a focus word. That's an area of growth. That's a goal for us. But as an individual, this group of women can't choose my word because they're not living my life. I'm living my life, right? Okay, so be careful about letting somebody else choose your word. And don't choose something that you've already mastered. I have seen people do that. They'll say, my mom said I've always been, a faithful person. I've always been good at demonstrating my faith. So my word is going to be faith. That wouldn't need to be your word if you're already good at it. How is that helping you? If you've already mastered that shouldn't be something you're focusing on. And but you ever seen somebody have leg day every day? Their legs are already big. Like, you really ease up on leg day. Your biceps are, your quads, they're good already. You don't need to, you're good. Okay? Ease up. Work on your arms. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? Like, your focus word should not be something that people are complimenting you on, or they're telling you that you're really good at that, that's always been an area of strength for you. That's not something you will work on. Okay? And so when I see people do that, I'm not even gonna lie. It confuses me. It does. It confuses me. Okay. All right. So those are my don'ts. And if you missed any of that, let me say that again. Don't copy somebody else's word just because you like that. They have a word and you like them, so you like the word. Don't do that. Don't pick a word without really thinking about it. Like really take some time to and just because the year has already started, some people start really thinking about their word in the prior year, like they've already started in 2025 thinking about their 2026 word, right? So don't feel like I have to hurry up because it's already 2026. You don't have to hurry up. We have a whole lot of year left, right? We have more year left than we started with, right? Okay, so that's one. Don't feel like you have to rush and pick a word because you don't. Don't let somebody else choose your word, right? Your word is unique to you based on your own reflection of yourself, right? Nobody else should be doing yours. Your self reflection is yours, right? And don't choose something you've already mastered. It doesn't make sense. And that's an opinion and a fact. It doesn't make sense. Okay. All right. So now let's talk about some do's. Do start with a blank sheet of paper, and I'm going to show you. Okay. I'm going to show you my whole process. Look up the definition of your word. Like if there's a word that really does stand out to you, look it up. Look up the definition of that word and see, is it really what you thought it was? Because it might not be, right? Okay. So I do think you should have the definition, like the dictionary definition of the word. In addition to having the dictionary definition, you should also be able to define that word in your own terms. Like, what does that word mean to you? And if the word doesn't fit right, or if it doesn't feel right, and I'll give you an example. Use a thesaurus to find other related words that are similar that will feel right to you. And let me give you an example about that. So this year, my word is alignment. Thank you, Cynthia. My word for this year is alignment. And I was really going back and forth with myself on whether my word should be alignment or aligned. Y'all with me? Let me write that down so you can see what I'm talking about. Let me write on the back right here. I was really going back and forth with myself. Okay, so I was going back and forth with myself on whether or not my word should be alignment or aligned. And I had to like really look up the definition. And the reason why I ultimately decided to go with alignment is because this is a continuous process. This is ongoing. This is already finished. This is something that's past tense. Like if once you add ed, right, that makes that makes most words past tense. You understand what I'm saying? Good. Hey, D-Jax. You understand what I'm saying? This is already done. See how she got shenanigans? See how she got shenanigans? This is already complete. So this wouldn't be my word because I'm not aligned as much as I want to be. This is a continuous process. That's why this is my ultimate word. Okay? She's crazy. Okay? Does that make sense so far? You have any questions so far? Act like She's crazy. She is crazy. Okay. Okay. So my word for last year was balance. And I want to show you how I chose my word, and I'm going to show you how you can go about choosing yours. Now, what I'm going to try to do is put this camera over the top so I can show you something that's called mind mapping. If you're not familiar with mind mapping, I would highly encourage you to look it up. It's something that we used to help the teachers do when I was working at the school. It is a way of taking notes. It's a way of brainstorming ideas. It gives you a chance to really think through an idea or a topic. And I'm going to show you what one looks like, but I'm also going to show you how I do one. And then hopefully it'll help you when you get ready to do yours. Okay. Hey, Sandy. Yeah. Thank you, Brandy. All right. So give me a second. I'm going to try to put this overhead so I can show you my writing and all the things. And we got to clean off this a little bit. Oh, let me show you this though. Well, I'll show you when I get overhead. Y'all have any questions so far before I do that? Well, crazy. No, there's no software for mind mapping. It's really just your writing. It's just your writing, unbiased. There's no software needed. It's your brain, a pencil, and some paper. And really just one sheet. Okay. Yeah, paper and pencil. And it's not hard at all. You'll be able to see. Hopefully this will be a good view. Y'all took those girls bowling last night and beat them like they stole something. She beat them like they stole something, you think? Okay. Hey, Valerie Walker. All right, I'm gonna turn this camera off for a second and see if I can do what I'm trying to do. And I might have to stand on the little step stool. Let me bring the table up. Oh boy. Okay. I want this to be a good enough view for y'all. Oh boy. Trying to see if I have any of my old mind maps, but I don't see any. Let's see. Okay, gotta turn the. Hold on, y'all. Turn the camera around. Well, I need a step stool because I'm putting the camera on this C stand, and once it's up here, it's tall, and so I need to have it. I need to be able to see what the camera sees, so I don't mess it up too much. Ooh. Not 99 inches. She said I was 99 inches tall. Okay. Hopefully this is a good view. I hope. Let's see. Is it? Is that good? Let me bring the table up. Is that a good view? Let me see if I could see my hand. We don't need this light right here. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me turn that light off. Did you do it, Madison?
Yes.
Holly, come on. Is that a good view? Let's see what y'all are saying. Y'all know I'm gonna lose the mouse the whole time. Oh, so cute. So cute, Matty Watty Krabby Patty. Y'all, I want to see what y'all see. Hold on. I'm going to log into StreamYard so I can see what y'all see. Okay. Enter. Let me stop sharing for one second. I'm going to bring the table, I'm going to bring the camera a little bit closer. Because I'm like standing on the thing. It's very tall. Okay, let's see. Enter. And then, let's see. Is that good? Is that good? Okay, perfect. All right, perfect. All right, so last year my word was balance, right? And I said that as you start to think about your word, remember your word is unique to you. Your word is a reflect, you've taken time to think and reflect. So you're thinking about who. As I start to write this down, who am I thinking about? Myself, right? So in the middle of the paper, I'm going to write down my name. I'm going to write down my name. I'm just going to circle it. That's the start of any mind map. When you're doing a mind map, it is giving you space to think about a single topic. Okay. Before I start on this one about myself, I'll start with something that y'all know y'all know a little about. Let's start with something else. Let's start with crafting. What do we know about crafting? Tell me some things we know about crafting. Hey, Holly. It's relaxing for some people. It's expensive. What else? Soothing. So soothing gives you a chance to be creative, gives you freedom. Rewarding. Requires patience. So true. energy outlet. Calming. Let's put that with these. Fun. Expressive. Stress relief. Can I put that with this? I think I saw somebody say unique. Can I also say it's educational? One of a kind, like unique. What else? Therapy. If I had to think about crafting, I would say, you need space. Timeless. Okay, so you see, by taking notes in this way about crafting, I can demonstrate that I understand what crafting is. Does this make sense? By writing all of these things down, we've demonstrated that we understand the concept of crafting. And if we wanted to have a 1 or 2 sentence summary of everything we have right here, we could come up with a sentence or two that summarizes all of this, because this is something we understand. Sometimes people use words or choose a word of the year that they don't even fully understand themselves, because they went with all of those things that I said don't do. Don't copy someone else. Don't let somebody else choose your word. Don't miss the opportunity to reflect on the word. You understand what I'm saying? Don't you choose the word based on what somebody else said. Your word has to be unique to you. I understand crafting. I can explain it. I can describe it. I can use all of these words. I can think about this and summarize this in 1 or 2 sentences. Does that make sense? Okay, let's do another one. Let's say Milo. There are things we can say about Milo. Okay, bye, Keisha. What are some things we can say about him? Besides the obvious, he's a dog. You love him. He's cute. I would say he's active, loving. Somebody said sweet. That's a lie, but okay, sweet. He whines. He loves treats. Mascot. Adorable. Loyal, protect. Loyal, protective. Protective. Got BBL lips. Love sitting in the chair. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. Uh, y'all got it? And if I had to summarize this, I could say, Milo is the channel mascot who is loving, spoiled, funny, and loyal. Right? Does that make sense? He sure does love trying to kiss. See how I summarized all of this right here? And the same thing, I could summarize all of this right here. Crafting, can be fun, rewarding, and therapeutic. I'm going to spell it right. Pudic, that allows for creativity, freedom, and relaxation. You understand what I'm saying? I summarized this. I didn't spell a lot of this right, but you get what I'm saying? Okay. Now, my word, let's go back to me. When you start your mind map, when you get ready to do yours, I want you to start with a blank piece of paper that has your name in the middle. When I got ready to do mine last year and I wrote my name in the middle, I wrote down all of the roles that I have. So, my roles: I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, a friend, book club member, content creator, church member, and whatever else. Whatever else, if you were doing yours like this, whatever other roles you have, if you were starting like this, you might not have to do it like this. I'm just showing you how I did mine when I started to think about my word for the year. These are not attributes. So I wouldn't put anything in terms of an attribute. If I was doing something about myself and I was only thinking about my attributes, maybe I might write thoughtful. But these are not attributes. I'm only thinking about my roles. So this might even say Delonda's roles. Does that make sense? If you are not doing yours like this and you want to talk about your attributes, then yours might be like this: your name, and it might be attributes, and circle it. Does that make sense? I didn't work with the students, Cynthia. I worked with the teachers, and yes, I had them do this. When they were teaching about specific things to help them get started thinking about how they wanted to teach. Yep. Okay, so my roles, I'm a mom, and none of these are more important than another, right? I wouldn't say, well, now let me rank these. It wasn't about ranking them. It was about, these are the roles that I have. And now I need to really think through, what do I want to do? How do I want to improve myself in these roles? So once I had all of my roles written down, this was just the brainstorming part. This is how you start a mind map. You think about one topic, one idea in the middle. And once you have it and you can summarize it. So now I'm going to summarize this. Delonda is a woman with various roles, including wife, mom, sister, friend, and content creator. I'm finished. Now it's time to think about, what do I want to do with these roles? How do I want to improve myself? Because this is about me. How do I want to improve myself in these roles? Oh, I'm also an aunt. That's true. Okay. So I took that list. I mean, these ideas, and then I made it into a list. So as a wife, how do I want to improve myself? I want to make sure that I'm, connecting regularly with set aside time. As a mom, not missing important events. Uh, spending quality time. Doing regular check-ins. As a daughter, doing check-ins. As a sister, same thing. Does this make sense? Can y'all see that good enough? I don't even know if this is like, if it's close enough. Okay. So in all of these roles, I needed to be able to do this stuff and feel good about myself, and, make sure that I wasn't slacking anywhere. As a wife, it's important to do these things right. We have our date nights, making sure, we're connecting, that I'm not spending all my time being a content creator. As a mom. Now, this right here, I'm gonna be honest, was a challenge because my daughters were not living at home, and I am not a mom who hovers. I'm not a mom who hovers, because I do really want my kids to be independent, and I don't want them to feel that I'm always looking over their shoulder. That's just not my personality. However, I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything important. Like, even because I feel like, even if you have children who are adults, if they have something going on and they tell you about it, it's because they want to see your face. They want to know that somebody is in the audience clapping for them. I'm getting there, Chris. So that was important to me. Trying to spend time with them individually, because the girls are twins, but they're still individual humans. They're not, you know, they still need time with me by themselves. That's not like, well, it's the girls. I can spend time with Morgan. I can spend time with Madison. I can spend time with Miles. Doing regular check-ins. And this was just like text. Like, hey, how things going? Everything okay? Do you need anything? You need to talk to me about anything? That kind of stuff. But still not feeling like I'm hovering and watching every move. Okay. Yeah. I trust me, Brandy. I get it. Then as a daughter with my mom lost her husband in November of last year. So this was something that I had to make sure I was doing because she was grieving. Not only did she lose her husband, she also lost one of her close cousins. So just checking in, making sure she wasn't grieving, seeing if she was doing okay, calling weekly, just, hey, how you doing? She's not good at texting. The word she abbreviates shouldn't be abbreviated, but whatever. Okay. Yes. Okay. So all of those things. And then really a big part of it was as a content creator, right? Because when all of them were gone, I really poured my heart and my soul into this. Because one thing that I didn't tell you guys is that I did not want my kids, and y'all might not understand this, but you might, some of you will understand, like really fully understand where I'm coming from. Having 3 kids in college at the same time is expensive. I did not want my kids to graduate from college and still owe the college. I did not want them to have student loans. I did not want them to leave with debt. So I really went hard while they were in school to make sure that everything was paid. That's right. Okay. So, but as a content creator, I needed to really think about my role here. What did I want to make sure I was doing? I wanted to make sure I was, keeping my word. One thing that bugs me more than anything is when I hear content creators say, "Oh, we getting ready to do this and we getting ready to do that," and then you never see them do it. They always talk about what they're going to do, but you never see them doing it. Like, I just want to say, like, have you ever seen them do that? You always hear them making promises, but they don't do it. Like, so, and to me, it's important, keeping my word. If I told you I was going to do something, that I really did do it. Being consistent, not overdoing it. So I kind of backed off on going live and I did more pre-recorded. And then by the end of the year, I was really, really focused on using that content calendar. And I keep stressing that, I keep saying it, but I don't know if y'all realize how much that really helped me. Thank you. Okay. So this 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 was big because when they weren't here, I could go hard. I could really put a lot of time and all the things into it. But now they're back home, my role is changing again, right? Because I have adult children here. And even though they're adults, they still want to spend time with me and I still want to spend time with them. So things are shifting. Things are shifting. So, but this was last year, right? So anyway, in thinking about these roles, I don't need to keep going and going and going. In thinking about these roles, in order to improve my roles, all of the roles I have, I needed to have more balance. I needed to have balance. That was the thing that connected me to all of these roles. Because as a mom, I needed time. As an aunt, I needed time, but I also needed a calendar because I got a lot of nieces and nephews. As a wife, I needed time. As a daughter, I needed time. As a sister, I needed time. As a friend, I needed time. As a book club member, I needed time. As a content creator, I needed time. And as a church member, I needed time. In order to really be effective in these roles, I needed to have time. And in order to have time, I had to have balance so that I wasn't heavy in one area and light in something else. So, you know, as a mom, they weren't really here. So this was kind of just check-ins, but like telling them, hey, like tell me in advance if you need to, if I need to come to something, don't just spring it on me because I don't want to miss anything, because that was important to me. As an aunt, I really did not do a good job, like with my nieces and nephews and their birthdays and stuff. Some of them I remember, some of them I don't, being honest. As a wife, I really did keep I would say I did a good job as a wife in terms of, keeping true to our date nights. And if something was happening on a Friday in terms of content, checking with Peter first. I never just like made a decision like I'm going live Friday without talking to him, because Fridays were just set aside for him. So I tried not to. As a daughter, I feel like I did a good job of checking on my mom. Probably not as well as my sister, because my mom and my sister live in the same city. I did a pretty good job with my sister because she was calling me a lot, especially when she was trying to get into rhinestones. As a friend, I would say I probably did not do a good job here because um, some of y'all know this and some of you don't. I really do keep my phone on do not disturb. I don't want to talk to nobody. Except for my kids and Peter. I don't really do a good job. But if somebody calls me, somebody who has my number, I might not get back to them as fast as they want me to, but I will get back to them. As a book club member, I never missed a book club and I never missed reading a book. So I always kept to, whatever we decided, second Sunday of every month, second Sunday every other month. I did that. And then as a content creator, what really helped me, like I said, was having that content calendar, which I didn't do to the end, and then going live less with my Facebook group, because at first it was every Monday, then it went to every other Monday, and going live less on the channel helped me too. Doing more pre-recorded tutorials helped me. Thank you. All right, what questions do you have? So because for all of these roles, in order for me, remember, this is about me, yours is going to be about you. I needed to have balance in order to improve the relationships or maintain the relationships or work on the relationships. I needed to have balance. Any questions so far? And I'm going to show y'all my image that I created for my word for this year. And I'm going to print this list off too. I'm going to put a piece of paper in my printer. 1 second, y'all. Oh, there's one in there. No, it's not. I'm about to say, what? All right, so this list right here is in the files tab of the Facebook group. And if what I've shown you so far is not helpful, and you're wondering, like, well, no, Delonda, that's really still not helping me because how do I even get to a word? If what I've done, if this part that I've shown you right here is not helpful, this is another way you can try. Hopefully, this will help you. You can kind of go through this list, go slowly, and cross out anything that doesn't speak to you as soon as you see it. Like as you start to look at this list, if there's something you read a word and you look at it like that is definitely not me. I'm already good at that. Cross it out. Let me show you what I mean. Okay. So this I shared this with my Facebook group I think 2 years ago. Um, but let me show you how you can use it. This is just one way. So I can look at the words. So abundance, I'm not worried about that. Awareness, maybe. Alert, no. Balance, I already did that. Boundless, nope. Bloom, no. Brave, no. Capable, no. Center, maybe. Compassion, no. Compassionate, no. Complete, no. Connected, maybe. Consistent, no. Courageous, no. Creative. You see what I'm doing? Anything that doesn't already just go pow to me, I'm just crossing it out. Determined, no. Disciplined, no. Empathetic, no. Empowered, no. Energized, no. 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 Maybe. No. 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 Maybe. No. 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 Maybe. No. 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 Maybe. Maybe. No. 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 No, 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 no. Okay, so then what I'll do after I have done that, I'll go back through the list and look at everything that's not crossed out. Okay, so this is not crossed out. This is not crossed out. This is not crossed out. This, this. Okay, so now I have a list of words from which I can start to think about. Like, is this something I want to work on? Thinking about myself and my roles. Do I want to work on my awareness as a mom, my awareness as a wife, aunt, daughter, friend? No. Centered. Am I centered as a mom, as an aunt, as a wife, as a daughter? You see what I'm doing? Is this helping? I don't know if I can, let me see if I can see the chat. Now, this is just one list. I'm sure you can go online and find other lists. This was just what I used to help the members in my Facebook group to get started, but you don't have to use this list at all. This is just a starting point. Okay. If you don't want to do it this way, another way you can do it when you do your mind map, instead of thinking about your roles, you can think about your characteristics, because remember, this is about you, right? So if I was doing a mind map on just my roles, then I have one that I created some years ago. Let me see. I'm a note-taking kind of girl. The girl loves to take notes. Okay, so here's a mind map that I've done about myself, with my characteristics. These are based on my opinion of myself. Okay, so funny, loyal, loving, honest, responsible, giving, trustworthy, respectful, inspirational, faithful, generous, servant leader, imperfect, focused, hardworking, lifelong learner, dedicated, compassionate. So these are the way, this is how I see myself. So in thinking about these things, is there something, else that I don't see here? Or what are some antonyms of these words that I could work on? Okay. Does that make sense? Hey, Meredith and Tawny. Okay, so this is just another way. Now, based on my roles, right, and me saying what I wanted to do, I needed to have a calendar. Because if you're working on creating balance, Milo Hush, balance requires time. Time requires a calendar. So I would suggest having a calendar, writing down the important dates, or putting the dates in your phone so that when that day comes or the day before, you can get an alert. Most calendars on your phone have that option. So if you put an alert on your phone, like let's just say the girls had a performance. I'm making this up. Let's say their performance is January 10th. I don't want an alert January 10th. I need the alert to be at least for January 9th so that I have a day to remind myself to get ready, to make sure I'm there. Okay, so if your word is balance, if your word is something along those lines, then you have to have tools that will help you be successful. So that's how I chose my word for last year. My word for last year was balance. I wrote down all of my roles. I wrote down what they meant. I found the dictionary definition of the word, and then I defined it for myself. So if you're in my Facebook group, this is not something that's new. I shared this with my Facebook group. This was actually the first challenge of the year. So they had to, find their word, write the dictionary definition of the word, put the word, rewrite it in their own words, and then come up with a visual representation of that word. So for me, like I said, my word was balance, a condition in which different elements are equal or incorrect proportions. Because for me, balance, I didn't need equal proportions in all of these roles, but I did need correct proportions, right? Because all of these things don't take up the same amount of time. So, but for me, balance was giving an adequate amount of time and energy to the important roles in my life, right? And Kristen had this picture from when I reached 100,000 subscribers, and she had sent it to me. This was the picture that I used that represents balance, because as a result of putting the time and energy to the important roles in my life, I was able to achieve that. So, this is us wearing our shirts. These are the four most important people in my life. They're wearing the logo. And this is what I focused on for the year. That's so good, Kristen. That is so good. Okay. How are y'all feeling so far? I'm gonna stop sharing for a second. I'm gonna turn the screen off and go back to the front view of the camera. But I want to know how y'all are feeling. Good. Okay. Good. All right. Hopefully this is helping you and not making you feel more stressed. I'm trying to just give you different ideas, and you are going to find the way that works best for you. Okay. Good. Okay. All right, Chris, how you feeling? Turn on this light, y'all. Kind of dark right there. Thank you, Tony. Not stressed, but still not sure. Okay, that's fine. It's still no rush. It's still no rush. Start with your mind map. Start with your mind map, Chris. Start with this, Chris, because it's all about Chris in the middle. Okay. Let me see what else I have in my notes. All right. So, I kind of shared like my thoughts about my word for last year, which was balance. In some areas I did great. And some areas, like I said, I didn't do great. Like with my niece's birthdays, I didn't always remember them. I was not good about that. But what it revealed to me was you do better at what you focus on, right? Whatever you focus on, you really have no choice but to do better on it, right? You work research? I have. Well, not well, kinda. I did have to write a dissertation, which was so boring. Snore material. Um, but I think, as you're thinking about your word, like if there's a word that keeps coming back to you no matter what, like no matter how many times you try to like, no, that's not it, that's not it. Get a thesaurus. Get a thesaurus and look at other words that are similar. Maybe those words will speak to you more. That might help. And really don't try to rush the process. Don't try to rush it like you feel like everybody else got a word. I need my word. No, you don't. This is about you. This is about you taking your time and really reflecting on where you want to grow. Okay. All right. So last year my word was balance. This year my word is alignment. And I mean alignment in all of those same roles, right? Alignment as a wife, alignment as a mom, alignment as a daughter, as a sister, as a friend, alignment for my channel. Now, for my channel specifically, or for me being a content creator, alignment means staying true or only doing the things that are aligned to the reason why I started the channel, which was to what? Teach and inspire. And if it's not aligned to that, I am not going to do it. I'll give you an example. I was recently invited to come to a thing. The thing is this month. And I have been thinking about it. I've really been thinking about it like, man, this is a great opportunity. Like, I'll get to see the things and do the things and whatever and travel. And I asked Peter, his opinion. He was like, it won't hurt, But I ultimately decided that I don't want to do that thing because it's not truly aligned to my purpose for my channel, which is teaching and inspiring. Milo, hush. Okay. Okay. Ask Alexa. That's fine. All right. So you have to be able to do that. Thank you, Jackie. He really does. All right. And he was going to travel with me, but because I don't like to travel by myself. But anyway, so alignment. So let me look up the definition for alignment. And then, I will write that down because, you want to have the definition. Let me give you the definition for alignment. Definition. Arrangement in a straight line or in correct or appropriate relative positions. That is it as a noun. An adjustment to align. What does it mean for a person to be in alignment? Alignment is when our thoughts, life choices, direction all honor our core values. Alignment is when we listen to our intuition and move through the world embodying our true selves. Alignment is function and action with ease. Now, I don't know if I necessarily agree with the at ease part, because sometimes I don't think it's going to be easy. No, I'm not going on a cruise. You talking about that crafty cruise? No, I'm not going on that. No. So for me, alignment, it goes back to those roles. Like, what does alignment look like for me as a wife? It looks like, again, connecting with Peter, staying true to my role as his wife, not letting anything overshadow that. Alignment as a mom, again, I feel like I'm back in a teaching phase with my children, modeling the boundaries that I have, and helping them to see the core values in action. Alignment is, to me, it's an extension of balance. Making sure that I still do the things, have the time, have the space for all of those roles. And alignment is staying true to that and not including myself in anything that is not true to that, not a part of my roles as a wife, as a mom, as a sister, a daughter, friend, all the things. So when I was looking at this list, that's why I didn't say no to centered, because I was like, man, that's a good word too. Connected, and I think I said centered. Oh, connected. Yep. This word right here, connected, that's a good word. That's a good word. Intentional is a good word. Is balance. Okay. All right. Any questions? Let me see if I gotten everything that I wanted to say. Is there anyone who is not in my Facebook group who needs this list? Who is Uncle Henry? That's your dog name, Uncle Henry? If you're in my Facebook group, it's in the files tab. Okay. So you can just get it from there. You don't really need it. All right. Anything? Chris, it's in there. It's in the files tab. If you are not in the Facebook group, if you are in my Facebook group, I promise you it's in the files tab. If you just go to the files tab, like if I go to my files tab, let me show you what I'm talking about. Facebook group, scroll over, go to the files tab, click on the files tab. It's the first document, word of the year ideas. It's the very first document. Okay. words right there. All right. All right. All right. So I think that was everything. All right. I want to show y'all my word and give you an idea if you want to try to do something like to display your word. I think it's important to display your word and come up with a visual for your word that you're going to keep up. Okay. So, I saw a post on Facebook earlier today that this lady was making all of these canvases, and she was using HTV to put like coloring pages, or like she was creating canvases for kids to color. And I was thinking there's got to be an easier way, because in my opinion it's hard to get HTV. It's hard to get HTV on a canvas. Like, you got to keep pressing it and it'll peel up and all the things. So I was like, it's got to be an easier way. So what I did was I used my DTF printer, and you can do this even if you don't have a DTF printer. You could just do the hack and just put the image on a canvas. So that's what I did. Here's my word and here is my visual. That's so cute. Well, it's so plain, but I wanted it that way. It's basic, but it's good enough. So this is just DTF. Thank you. You saw that? So this is just DTF on a canvas, a little flat canvas. I did a 315 for 15. Yeah. So, and I can put it up there somewhere. I hear Morgan is cooking. Thank God for that. Oh, okay. Less is more. Thank you. Okay, so anyway, hopefully this has helped you. That was my goal, to help you with tips and tricks to find your word. Your word doesn't have to be perfect, but don't let anybody else choose your word. Your word is about you. Put yourself in the center of your mind map. You can start out just writing characteristics. You can write down roles. You can put everything on one mind map and then categorize it. Okay. Yeah. Sublimation. It should. I mean, it's light enough. I don't think you need any color to it. So I would say yes. What I don't want y'all to do is, I don't want you to let anybody else choose your word, but I also don't want you to choose a word like, it grinds my gears when somebody says, I always been good at faith, and that's why my word is faith. Why is that your word if you've always been good at it? I have faith in it. I have faith in this. I have faith in that. I have all the faith. My faith is at the top. My faith is in the clouds. That's why my word is faith. Why? Why is that your word? I think it will still work, Kristen, because I think it will still work. I think if I printed this image on a sublimation sheet and I try to put it on the canvas, I think it will still work. It might not be vibrant, but there's no color here. Mariah Carey's backup singer. Yeah, you can't use laminate sheets, but I mean, I think they use that because they have color. This is just black. Your words should be something to stretch you, to help you grow, something that you're going to focus on, keep coming back to. Like, I want to be aligned. And if it's not aligned, I'm not doing it. And I didn't want to tell the company that it did. It did. It's on there. I didn't want to tell the company, well, this is not really aligned with my word for the year. I just said Thank you for the opportunity, but no, thank you. What I didn't try, Teresa, was the sublimation DTF hack with the film. That's what I'm thinking about doing, though. That's really what I'm thinking about doing. I just wanted to see if it'll work, but yeah, it won't be washed. So I think it. Jess, that's so good. Now, y'all, Jess, you should do a video on your channel. You should do it. Jess, you listening? Got your hearing aid turned up? Jess, you got your hearing aid turned up? Jess, you got your hearing aid turned up? Jess knocked her word out of the park. She really did. Her word last year was unstoppable, and she really did go hard. She went hard on making sure that she was unstoppable. Jess, I think you should do a video just like this on how you chose your word, your progress over the year, how you tracked your progress, and then how you chose your word for this year. I think that would help people. This is Jess right here, y'all. Let me show you. If you are not subscribed to her channel, not Unbiased. Sorry, I'm not Unbiased. Unbiased has a channel too. But anyway, right here. I didn't mean to do that. Jess, right? She has a YouTube channel. Jess, I think you should do a video just like this to show everyone how you chose your word, how you tracked your progress, and then how you chose your word for this year. I think that would help everyone. Okay. So if y'all are not subscribed to Just Craft Therapy, go check her out. Now, Unbiased also has a channel. Unbiased, she's moderator extraordinaire. I had to make her a moderator because every time she would comment, I never saw her comments. And she was saying stuff to me and I never saw it until after the live had already ended. And I'm sorry. So I just had to make her a moderator so I could see it. So there's that. Okay. All right. So y'all good? Hopefully y'all are good and you understand you did the things. All right. Jess, are you going to make a video? You going to make a video? They said they'll watch it. They said they will watch it. Okay. All right. Thank y'all so much for being here. Hopefully this did help you in some way to get help finding your word for the year. I really should have underlined and did all the things to the word your. This is about you. Don't let anybody choose your word. Don't choose your word based on somebody else's word. Choose your word based on you reflecting on yourself. Write down your characteristics, write down your roles, and then write down an area where you feel like those roles are connected and you want to improve. And you might not want to improve in every role. Maybe on yours where I wrote my roles, maybe you write down the roles that are the most important to you. Maybe as a mom or as a daughter, as a sister, as a caregiver. Some of you are caregivers. So as a caregiver, oh, this is good. See how I just came up with this? Listen. This is good. Listen, this is good. If you are, let's say you write down your 3 most important roles, right? Like, let's just say one of them is as a mom, one of them is as, a daughter, and the other one is as a caregiver. And, those are your 3 most important roles because you don't want to overwhelm yourself. And I didn't say this, but I want to say this before I go. Your word should not create more work for you. Let me repeat that. Your word should not create more work for you. But let's just say those are your 3 most important roles. And in those roles, you are lacking patience. Right? Not patience like people patient number 1, you're patient number 2, you're patient number 3. Not that. Patience where you are not snapping at them. You're not angry all the time. You have 75 different, people in your head. You know what I'm saying? Patience where you can think through before you respond. Maybe your word is patience. Maybe your word is patience because in those roles, your 3 most important roles, that's where you struggle. So if that's what you need, Eve has a channel too. But she just shared the link to Jess's channel. Eve, will you share Bias's channel, please? Thank you. If that's where you struggle, write down the definition of patience. Write down your definition of patience. Write down, make an image that is going to represent patience. And when the first thing that came to my mind when I thought about the word patience is a heart. It's a heart. Because being someone's caregiver is a thankless job most of the time. And I know that it's a thankless job, right? You are caring for someone who's probably often angry, they're frustrated, they're depressed, they're sad, they're confused. They don't even know it's you who's helping them, right? And you don't even know, and the people who are on the outside, they don't see the work that you're putting into it, because you can't just go around saying, I had to, clean this person up. Nobody is seeing the struggles that you have, right? But you were chosen because you can do it. So it might not be strength, it might be patience. Because who doesn't have regret when someone passes away? When someone you love passes away, who doesn't have regret? The person who was taking care of them, the caregiver, the person who was doing the most, the person who was always there, the person who was showing love, showing up, cleaning up after them. That person doesn't have regret. That's not who's passing out at the funeral. That's not the person who's passing out at the funeral. Oh, no, she didn't. Oh, she was my favorite aunt. I can't believe she gone. That's the person who never came to the hospital, didn't even know she was sick. Nobody told me that was my favorite aunt. Now she gone. I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. The person that's trying to get in the casket with them is the person who never showed up. They never came to nothing. I'm talking about they got their foot halfway in there. I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. Like, what you mean you didn't know she was in the hospital? Where you thought she was? For the past year. Okay, anyway, I'm finished. I'm finished with my soapbox. But yeah. Okay. Anyway. All right. But I hope this helped you in some way. That was my goal. I know this can be a hard job trying to narrow it down to one word, not really understanding what the one word thing is. But you can do it. All right. You can do it. Take some time to think about you, right? Do your mind map. Think about where you want to focus. Maybe it's on 3, your most important 3 roles or whatever, and then go from there. Okay. Thank y'all so much for being here. Hopefully we did accomplish our goal. Okay. Okay. All right. He over here showing his teeth. I hope y'all have a great day. I'll see some of you for So Good tomorrow. All right. I love y'all so much. And I know y'all going to do it. I know y'all going to just knock it right on out of the park. The park is going to be over here, but y'all going to be over there. Okay. It's going to be out of the park. All right. Love y'all so much. Bye, y'all. I said bye to